but these ones have not yet been pruned. So you can see the difference between this with such a beautiful and smooth umbrella shape and this which has not yet been pruned. Hi everyone, it's another beautiful day, another beautiful and blessed week. I don't know if you can hear behind me the birds. I don't know, are they talking, are they singing? There are so many flying around behind me there, but it's impossible to capture them because they are so tiny. Listen, I believe you can hear them. Anyway, that was my intro. Now to the main course. I wish I had a ladder so you can see what I'm seeing. All this beauty and symmetry. It's only been a week since our darling Moshiri climbed a ladder on this tree and did some trimming. I was hoping I would find a ladder to climb also so that I can really show you from up there how it looks. But because I'm not gifted in height and there's no ladder, I will try to do my best from ground level, from the level I'm on. But a little bit I think you can see. A little bit. Like this one here is perfect. Don't mind the bananas behind it. They may cause they may not but it's so perfect. If you don't focus on the banana, it's a very perfect umbrella. So is this one nearly, and the one behind it. In short, they're almost all level now with the umbrella shape. A few protruding, but a general umbrella shape, because you can't force them to, you see now, like this one here, you can't force it because it has to be like that. Or this one now here, which is a bit curled, but that's how it has to be. But the whole point is we have a uniform umbrella shape on all the trees right now. And I told you last time that last time I only hinted as to why they have to be in this shape, and that's because other than giving them a nice smooth curve, you see right now there was no sunshine and then the sunshine appeared. So what this umbrella shape does is it allows the sun's rays to get into each of the branches, and plants need sunlight, and so this umbrella shape really does that. It allows the sun to penetrate into each of the branches, and that aids in the growth. Another thing or another reason for pruning is because of what happened here last time, which I've also captured in one of the videos about dragon fruits. There's a playlist you can go watch where the one which was here fell, where there's a stump here. was a dragon fruit tree here, and it fell, and it nearly fell on this one. Fortunately, this one was very strong, still is, it didn't affect it. So there was a dragon fruit tree here which fell, and as you can see behind it, that one is anchored with two shutter logs. This one next is anchored with one shutter log. This one just right here, two logs, and the one next to it, three logs for support, because they are a little bit slanted, so they can also fall if they are not supported. And so that's the other reason for pruning, to avoid them being overweight and falling like that one fell. It was here, we put it here to decompose. You see the remains of the one that fell is right here. It's going to decompose, and it will be manure for the shamba. So that's another reason for pruning, to lighten the weight. I think if you're using the cement logs, it's okay. I don't think weight is a problem there, but because we're using these wooden ones and we've already experienced the falling of one, now we had to also trim to lessen the weight of the tree on the log. So guys, there's something else. Somebody asked me, Nemo, we always see you standing behind this structure. What is this structure? Nothing like that going on, guys. This is not one of those horror movies. Actually, guys, I thought Moshiri had gone with the ladder, but the ladder is here. If only I could, no, it's so heavy. Look at me. I'm trying to lift it. It's quite heavy, because if I had the strength, I would have climbed on top and shown you the way I wanted you to see from like if you're like a drone view. But I think you've understood me without seeing from the top POV. But so yeah, this is the ladder. It's actually here. And now for the person that was asking me, what is this structure that we've seen you in a few videos talking near it? Well, so this is one of the reasons that it exists, to store the ladder. I'm going to start, I believe, let me just start from here. We go slowly, and I'm going to explain to you what it's all about. Now, who can guess what this is? Who can guess what this is? Like they used to tell us in school. Who can guess the... Alright, so this, guys, is a cow shed. We had a cow here a while back, and it would sleep here, in here. So it would sleep here in this space. We would lay some vegetables, dry vegetables, just try to make a sort of mattress for it with dry leaves or stems, maize stems, banana stems, anything comfortable, hay. So this is where it used to sleep. when it's tired of standing here eating, it eat from here. Me and Moshiri and Mommy would feed it from here in the morning, in the afternoon, and so it would stand there in there. So it sleeps here, it stands here while eating from here, and then it drinks water from the other side. I will show you. So here, this wooden structure here used to be where we would store the food. And sometimes even up to down here. It has a lot of covering on it right now of dry banana. This banana also fell, but basically we used to store the food for the cow here, so it's easy. You just take the food from there, and then you come and chop it up here, or if it's already in small bits, you just put it here and the cow eats it. I'm seeing bananas down here. I want to eat one now, but let me first do this. Okay, so that this is a part of the structure. The cow was there. Now these are the remains of the shutter logs that we used to anchor the dragon fruit. And so where you're seeing is covered with this white material. I want to take you around because it's better if you see it from the other side. Here is more fruit. So this is what we have here for the person that asked what is this. And as you can see, here is dried maize. It's already been harvested. So this is what, let me see if this door can open. Perfect. Yeah. These are the remains of the harvested maize, and we also used to feed the cow with them, but guess what? The cow did not like them. That's why they remained so many. The cow, I'm telling you, did not like them. The cow likes its vegetables. It did not want anything that was not green, and it used to eat all the green and leave this. I'm not kidding. And you know what we used to do? We used to chop this in small pieces, and mix it with the vegetables so it can eat everything. So yeah, cows are very sharp also. They know what's good for them. They're like, why you give me this dry stuff, man? I want the veggies, man. I want the salad. So this is storage. In fact, this is also storage. I don't have to go in, but you can see these tanks, and also this small one here, and there is a bucket. There was another bucket and other mitungi, jerry cans for water, plastic water jerry cans. So this is where now we used to store the water for the cow. We feed it into these tanks from the borehole, and they are full. Then we use them for however long, a week or two, and then refill them. So back and forth like that. This is the dragon fruit which fell. So you see there, that's where the weak spot happened, and now it gave. All right, guys, let's move on. Let's open this door and go in. And please, this is where they do the warning that if you're sensitive to violent content, no guys, I'm joking, but it's messy here. It's messy here, this side. So just beware before I show you. It's a bit messy. just because we had stored some pumpkin here, and so they got rotten, and so that's the mess. But as you can see here, we have feeders. We have 1, we have 2 and 3, and we also have drinkers and their stands. So this is what we use to feed the chicken, because here we usually have chicken on and off for years. We have them, we don't have them, we have them. It's a never-ending process. So these are the drinkers, guys, with their stands, and the feeders, the metallic, plastic. So we support them so that they are not literally on the ground like this. You see, like on the ground. So when the chicks are when they are little chicks, yeah, it has to be like this. But the bigger they grow, now this becomes too hectic for them, and sometimes they will fight over the food, jump on each other. So now this helps to regulate the height, so you can lift it up from the ground. Of course, this is too high, but it's just we have it that way because there's nothing going on. But this is a little bit lifted up, the yellow one, from the ground. And we even have food which was left over by the last batch. Yeah. So to you, dear viewer, who asked, this is what this shelter is all about. So here we have more feeders, just like in where I am. So there are 2 separated in one separated in 2 rather. What else can I tell you about this? And so this one, it can host up to 300 chicken. This space, up to 300 chicken, especially when they are small. When they are big, it's a bit crowded, so maybe 100, 150. And this structure, it has been multi-purpose because it's been here for a while. What you see here is where we used to feed the pigs from. We give them water and food from there because my family has been in agriculture for long. Growing up in the village with a lot of farmland and enough children, what more or most people they do farming. So this has carried on into from my grandparents to my parents' generation, and now here I am. So this is where we would give the cow water from, this area here. So it's feeding over there, and then when it's sleeping over there, like I showed you, from the other side, and then when you bring it water, it comes very fast and drinks the water here, and then you take away the bucket. So when you wash its house, the manure used to go over here, but now it's covered with much more manure. So there was a drainage here where when you wash this shed, the cow shed, the water would just drain itself. And that's it. This is the neighbor's fence. We have another ladder here, but it's quite worn out. Although it's still useful, it can anchor a banana. So this is the neighbor's fence, and I hope that I have answered your question satisfactorily, dear viewer and listener, watcher. So thank you for that question, and I hope now you've understood. Another question I've received has to do with these cuttings. These ones here that we trimmed, the ones you're seeing on the ground. And the question is whether you can plant them. And the answer is yes and no. Because you can plant them, yes, but they will take a really long time. The reason they will take a really long time is because they are just a couple of months old. So for them not to take so long, an average of 1.5 years, you need to plant the ones that are 1 to 2 years old. These ones, which are a couple of months old, they will take a really long time, longer than 1.5 years. So the best to propagate for planting, the best cuttings to propagate for planting are the ones which are 1 to 2 years old. That way you will get the normal period of a year and a half before you get your harvest. So I would obviously recommend you do the 1 to 2 years old, but if you don't mind waiting longer, then you can do these tender ones which are less than a year old. Now, while we are on the topic of waiting, there is another way you can plant this dragon fruit, and that is by using their seed. When you eat it, you know the seeds inside. Now, the issue with that one is that it takes 6 years. Can you imagine? 6 whole years. And people used to do that before they understood that they can use the cuttings or propagate the cuttings and use them instead. So there are people who waited 6 years to see their first dragon fruit harvest, and we thought we were waiting long for a year and a half. So honestly, that I wouldn't recommend that at all. But hey, if that's your jam, why not? 6 years. So yeah, seeds take 6 years, and then the 1 to 2 years cuttings, 1.5 years. If you use these tender ones, these ones you're seeing on the ground here that we just pruned the other day, then you can definitely be ready to wait for more than a year and a half. So I hope that has answered that other question. So guys, after all that, I've decided to sit here So after all that, guys, I've decided to sit here and retouch my hair. I have to do this at least once a week now. When I used to make small ones, I would do it even once a month. I wash it and then comb it and plait it again. But now because I'm making big ones, because fat ones rather, so I have to do it once a week or once a fortnight, and that's what I'm doing now. So I can feel fresh, I can feel good with a fresh plaited hair, combed. It feels good, you know. A trip to the salon, to the massage parlor, you feel brand new when you do these routines. They can be hectic and difficult to do, even unpleasant. Like for me now, I prefer doing my own hair because it's quite a trip for me to go to the salon, and I don't mean that it's far. It's just one of those things. I wish I had my own hairstylist in the house so they can just do my hair when I feel like. The hassle of having to go to the salon. So That's why I choose to do my own hair. I wash it myself. I comb it, dry it, oil it, and then I only go to the salon when it's inevitable, when I need to plait some style that I obviously cannot do myself or by myself. But this is very easy to do. Any lady with a little bit of hair, majority of us, we know how to do this. We know how to do this. We've learned how to do it over time. So since I still want to keep my hair, I have to keep on doing it. I love my hair. It's just this doing this that is hectic. So when I think of chopping it off, I'm like, ah. But then now it's also a process for it to grow again. So I will only chop it off when I'm so sure that I don't want anything to do with it again. Because if I'm chopping it off just to avoid this process once a month, twice a week, if that's why I'm chopping it, only to grow it back, it doesn't make any sense. Yeah. So we've done this. So now 6 more to go. The good thing with the big ones, no offense anybody, but the good thing with the fat ones is you don't take too much time to do now, like this one. Just 6 of them here, 7, 8. But if they were small like these ones, oh my days, you're gonna spend a whole day here. But I have to do small like here and here because the hair is a little and you want to grab all of it. But now here in the middle, we make big ones. You see, even this one, like I'm about to undo and comb out and plait again. It's almost the same size. So yeah, and I'll feel so good and happy after this because I know at least I don't have to do it for another 2 weeks. The next time I will now wash and then do this again. And if I have to go somewhere special, I go to the salon now so they can blow dry. That's one thing I've not been able to do myself, or just because I don't care to learn, is blow dry my own hair. So when I have to go somewhere important or special, I go to the salon now and they blow dry me, and it's really nice. I wish it could stay. When I blow dry it, I will show you, because I wish it could stay like that forever, because it's usually so nice and soft and smooth and long. It's just mwah. I will show you, and I wish it can stay like that forever, because I can put chemical, but I did that long ago, and with time, unless your hair is super strong, it cuts, it messes up your hair, the chemical. So I don't want to do that because it's also not permanent. You have to keep treating it, retouching it every 3 months. Otherwise, it becomes natural. So you have part natural, then the other has chemical. And you know it starts at the roots to get growth. So I'm like, oh, all of it is, there's a hassle to everything. So you just have to choose your hustle, like they say, choose your battles, right? So me, I'm choosing this one for now because chemical is not gonna give me a permanent solution. Shaving is also not going to give me a permanent solution unless I'm ready to keep on shaving. So let me just do this for now. Do this for now while I sip on my tea. Mm. and eat my banana. The one I found down there, this is the second one. I've already eaten one. So that's what's going on here as we continue to enjoy this day and move with it, flow with it, flow with life. Like birds, they fly, fish, they swim with the current. So we also flow with life, right?